Hello and welcome to the 171st Commander's Call, Virtual Edition. As the coronavirus continues to affect the nation and the Commonwealth, I am extremely proud of the response our airmen have provided to the 171st and to the Pennsylvania National Guard. You and your fellow airmen are continuing a long and proud tradition of service to the nation and our communities. Know that you and your families are very important to us. Your safety and well-being is our top priority. At March's drill, Command Chief McGrath and I certainly did not anticipate implementing a virtual drill for April. The 171st remains capable of accomplishing our mission due to the precautions we've taken and your efforts to support social distancing. We've prepared a list of topics to keep you informed about what's going on at the 171st and how you can better prepare for your military commitments. I'd like to start with all the ways that you can remain informed about what is going on at the 171st. We have an ad hoc system, Wing SharePoint, 171st ARW app, and the 171st ARW webpage. Over the last couple of weeks, we have been balancing the ever-changing operations tempo and working hard to keep you informed of the changes that are going on. We have prepared multiple ad hoc messages to get the pertinent high-level information out to you in a timely manner. If you have not been receiving these updates, it's very important that you work with your supervisor to get your information updated. Understanding that people receive information in different ways, we have been diligent about posting important documents and links on the Wing SharePoint and the 171 ARW app. On the Wing SharePoint, we have created a coronavirus page that is dedicated to providing up-to-date information on the virus, how you can protect yourself and your family, and other good resources. On this page, we have listed a frequently asked questions that we urge you to use. It also has information from the various sections of the wing in regards to schedule changes, points of contact, and changes in operations. On the 171 ARW app, which can be downloaded from Apple's App Store or the Google Play Store, you can find information such as job postings, the base phone directory, and resources related to COVID-19. We've made an effort to post as much on the app as possible to keep our drill status guardsmen informed. The fourth main line of communication is through our public 171 ARW webpage. Although we cannot post everything on this site due to OPSEC concerns, we are still able to utilize this tool as another avenue to provide information to you. A good example of this is the virtual drill resource. We will cover that later in this video.
As you've seen in the news, various states have activated portions of their National Guard to assist with the COVID-19 situation. As Pennsylvania National Guard members, we could be called at any time by the governor to assist with state matters. By law, the governor may place the Guard on state active duty when an emergency exists or is imminent. So what does that mean to you? During a state emergency, the Pennsylvania National Guard remains under control of the governor, and the TAG maintains command and control. Currently, we've gathered a list of guardsmen who have volunteered in the event that Governor Wolf were to utilize the Guards for the COVID-19 response. To date, we have not been tasked, but we must keep in mind that even if you're not on the volunteer list, any member of the wing could possibly be ordered to state active duty. We have all taken the oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, but also the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. For more information on state active duty regarding funding, pay, USARA rights, creditable service, and entitlements, a brief slideshow can be found on the virtual drill section of the base app and the 171st public webpage.
Like the rest of the nation, we are operating with social distancing as a top priority. We have implemented procedures to keep the wing operating at a high level. To date, we have had one member of the 171st test positive for the coronavirus. This member has not been at the 171st since March UTA. In the event that you or one of your family members test positive, Be sure to contact your supervisor and the Public Health Office at 412-776-7134. I'd like to take a minute to announce some of the key personnel changes that have happened since March UTA. Colonel Ray Highland has done an outstanding job as the Maintenance Group Commander. As many of you know, he has been selected as the Vice Wing Commander. Filling his shoes is a daunting task, but we have no doubt that Lieutenant Colonel Jason Figley is ready for this challenge. Lieutenant Colonel Figley has a diverse background, as he is a command pilot with a strong communications and maintenance background. In his past roles, he has proven himself to be a leader of the highest caliber, and we look forward to utilizing the skills and experience that he brings to the Maintenance Group Commander position.
We're happy to announce the following promotions for the month of March. Promoted to the grade of Senior Airman, Noah Agnew, Dawson Flowers, Caitlin Glessner, Natalie Karpinski, Emma Buckner, and Nicholas Powell. Please welcome our newest NCOs, Staff Sergeant Mark Roll and Cassidy Hazel. Our newest Tech Sergeants are John Rabley, Michael Snyder, and Ryan Shaw. And joining the ranks of the senior NCOs is Master Sergeant Nate Liebram. And finally, congratulations to Senior Master Sergeant Bill Long. The following members have had long and distinguished careers here at the 171st and would like to congratulate them on their retirement. Tech Sergeant Brian Finnerty of Mission Support Group retired on March 2nd. Tech Sergeant Alan Bright of Mission Support Group retired as of April 1st and served 23 years. Master Sergeant Dan Parisi, also of Mission Support Group, completed 21 years of satisfactory service. Chief Master Sergeant Rick Dillerman of the 258th retires with more than 35 years of dedicated service, and Lieutenant Colonel Bill Shank of the Operations Group and the IG Office retires with a total of 26 years of combined military service. We'd like to thank these airmen for their service to the country, the Pennsylvania Air National Guard, and the 171st Air Refueling Wing.
Members will have the option of rescheduling their April UTA to later in the year or completing a virtual drill. Providing this option will allow the 171st to maintain optimal mission readiness and allow you to receive training while you are quarantined in your home. We have created a virtual RSD planning and execution guide to provide full guidance on completing the virtual drill. This guide provides the provisions for mandatory requirements, priority requirements, and additional options for gaining credit for the virtual drill. To be very clear, you will need to complete the telework agreement and attachment 2 of ANGI 36-8001 for telework on the public 171st website under the virtual drill training section. Upon completion of the training, you will need to provide screenshots, certificates, and a signed virtual training log to gain credit for this drill. There is a pre-filled example log in the second tab of the Virtual Training Excel workbook. The Planning and Execution Guide and the Virtual Training Log can both be found on the 171st public webpage. Some highlights for rules of engagement for this methodology of training are as follows. One drill period equates to 4 hours. Each CBT course has a time credit associated with it in both the guide and the log. CBT courses will be added together to meet the minimum requirements for a drill period. For example, if I complete Free Exercise of Religion, No Fear Act, Force Protection, and CBRNE Part 1, I will have gained 4 hours of training. Completing 16 hours of training will yield full credit for the April UTA weekend. All CBTs will need to be initialed, and the log will automatically calculate the total training time at the bottom. Once training is complete, sign and date the form. Then send the form and training documentation to your supervisor, who will also sign. Once this is completed, supervisors will turn in the documentation to their CSS, who will process the training for pay. This training does not need to be completed by the end of the drill weekend. This training can be completed over the drill weekend or throughout the month of April. Members are not required to complete all 4 drill periods. If desired, you can take 8 hours of training and receive credit for 2 periods. Your plan for completing this training should be discussed and agreed upon with your supervisor. For more information on this topic, please reference the virtual RSD Planning and Execution Guide or contact your supervisor.
Please understand that if you miss a scheduled drill and you will not receive a normal monthly drill paycheck, there may be some unintended nuances you may want to be aware of. Your TRICARE Dental, TRICARE Reserve Select, SGLI, and Thrift Savings may be affected. Please contact any of these agencies to avoid any potential lapse in your coverage. The post-GI Bill is another area of concern. As many of you know, schools across the country have moved to an online format. For GI Bill students, this change raises questions and concerns about the impact to your GI Bill benefits and, importantly, your housing allowance. For more information, review the attachment on the 171st Air Refueling app. If you have any questions about your specific circumstances, contact the Education Call Center at 1-888-442-4551 between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. The 171st Airman and Family Readiness Program Manager, Deb Krall, has outstanding resources available to you and your family. The United Way's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is still taking appointments for free tax preparation. To schedule an appointment, call 211. And we're fortunate enough to have a financial counselor, Mr. Steve Feynman, here at the Wing. He's very knowledgeable on a broad spectrum of financial topics. Please be sure to use these outstanding resources. Deb can be reached at 412-776-7365 and Steve at 412-443-5743.
We ask for your patience and feedback during this tough time. This is uncharted territory for most of our nation, let alone the 171st. We're writing the guide as we work through the situation. So I ask, if you have a good idea or you have a problem, think of a solution and up-channel it through your leadership. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of our first responders, medical professionals, and their families. We are grateful for your many sacrifices and for your dedicated support to our communities during this stressful time. This concludes our virtual Commander's Call. Happy Easter to everyone, and I look forward to seeing you at our scheduled drill in May.